But yes, this is a big old shout out to Traditional Grace. Redeemed 10,000 channel points for us to drink this coffee. Grace, thank you for your support in actually picking a somewhat decent cup of coffee this time. It's at least sweet, not um, some weird thing. Except this is kind of weird too because it's got dried mango slices, rainbow sprinkles, corn flour. But it says our cotton candy Colombian coffee is a wonderful, naturally flavored, medium-bodied Colombian coffee blended with mango slices. Red 3. Colombian. You said you weren't going to bring it up anymore, Thanny. You said you weren't going to bring it up anymore. Yeah, it's already ground. Oh, no, the beans are not. A sneak peek of what the bean box is going to look like, Bug. Take the hat off. Bring what out? I don't know what you're talking about. But naturally flavored. But so it comes with all the shit in the bag. So you look in there, you can see bits of a little bit of everything. And it reminds me of when we did the cheese coffee, had grits of crap in it. The bubble gum had actual chunks of bubble gum. So that's just another one of these weird flavored coffees that they do the same kind of thing in. Hell, even the dill coffee had chunks of dill in it. But that is your cup. We are looking at medium bodied, but this looks maybe medium dark. But it smells delightful. It smells very sweet. And but we'll see. I don't have very many expectations for this. The majority of, like I said, Larissa, Veronica coffee is you're dealing with that kind of stuff where it's just the one-off coffees, like all the bacon stuff that the old man gets. It's like you wouldn't normally have this, but because for the memes. But alas, Grace, thank you as always for your support. Appreciate the hell out of you. That cup doesn't know if it wants to be bitter or sweet. That Colombian is strong. But that is very sweet as well. It's not bad though. It's weird. Just because going from the bitter to the, like normally, when you sweeten coffee, it's all mixed up and everything. I would imagine that with them just throwing the mango slices, the sprinkles, all the sweet stuff in, that maybe because even then you'd think it would be. Because even then you'd think it would be mixed up. Even if you are just brewing it over instead of mixing it in with the coffee. It has a very sweet aftertaste, though. It's weird. That is weird. As it should. Yes, absolutely. Cotton candy coffee, ladies and gentlemen. It's God, it's I don't think I've ever been dumbfounded on doing these roast rates. But trying to describe that is beyond, not beyond my capabilities, because okay, let's take a shot at it. This cup of coffee is bold on the front. It gives you a little hint of the bitterness, and right before you feel like the bitterness is going to take over on the flavor, it hits you with the cotton candy flavor. Would I call it cotton candy? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had cotton candy. There's definitely the idea of the flavor there, which is why I'm imagining they're mixing in mangoes with it as well. They're trying to get a certain flavor profile, um, in order, what they're shooting for. It's like, let's make cotton candy coffee. Okay, what are we gonna have to add? No, let's add sprinkles, and then so they start that and they try it, and it's like, it's not quite there. But what about mangoes? And it's like, yeah, mangoes, and they try it. Um, that's totally the creative process, right? 100%. But it almost, I was very surprised that it wasn't like sweet the entire way through. It's definitely bold at the front and then falls off into the sweetness. I don't know if I got too many mangoes in what we ground up, because there is a little midsection of the mango that flows into the like sweetened, what I assume is the like the sprinkles, the sugar sprinkles that are in it as well. Um, so I'd be interested, like, because I imagine they're all at like the bottom of the bag. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be. I think this is definitely going to be, every pot is an experience. Um, I don't think it's going to be overall a bad experience, but I think that in general, it will be at least an okay experience. um, just because I mean I've had sweetener in my coffee before. I know, D colon. I apologize. I've not only drank black coffee my entire life. Um, well, like I said, usually it's like it takes the whole experience, and and separates it somehow. And I don't know how the preparation method would be that big of a differentiation between just adding something sweet to the coffee. Um, However, I do not believe that I would rather have this than my normal cup of coffee. Um, just because that it's just weird. And not in the good ways. It's probably going to be like a 4. Just because it's not crazy, but I would not want to drink it every day. What am I thinking, cat? Welcome in. Coffee. Coffee. Yeah. Do you like my little cup? Eat a catch of yourself? I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be interesting as it cools down to see what it goes. Because even now, with the cooling down, it's got an interesting flavor profile compared to when it was piping hot. The sweetness is definitely kicking in more. Um, but it is interesting to say the least. Oh yeah, we do some weird coffees around here, thinking cat. But Sraf, you have a great night, and of course, a big shout out to Sraf. Because I'm following that boy, do yourselves a favor and check him out. It's not as bad as I thought it might potentially be, especially when you get into these Mimi coffees. You never know what you're gonna get. A lot of times the flavor profile works out really poorly, and a lot of times the profile works out great. It's always a crapshoot. As always, Grace, I do appreciate, as always, the support, the helpful hints that you give me. I now know every game that has grass, thanks to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Final rating, 4 cups out of 10. A very, very strange cup of coffee. But that'll do it for your roast rate. Back to the game, shall we? Everyone say bye to Norm. Bye, Norm. Bye, Norm. Bye, Norm.